Hi, this is Mike with Computer Cuisine Deluxe 6.1.1, and the reason I'm highlighting that little point one is I released a new version with this little extra point one at the end, and it just squashed out a couple of minor bugs, but primarily one of the key features that I added was a automated tool to make upgrading from previous versions as easy as possible. In the past, you had to upgrade a text file, and then if you had numerous photos in your collection, it was kind of a pain to sort of manually import those in. I wanted to automate the process as easy as possible, so you'll notice in the new version, in the Tools menu, you have a restore or upgrade your previous database file option, which includes photos. This will import everything from your previous database and just make it much easier to move forward into future versions. So this is the sample for version 6.1, but I wanted to just go back and let me click off this for a second. Click off here and show you I've created a sample database from, let's say we're upgrading from version 5.0, and we have 25 of our own recipes, and we'll go through the list, and you may notice that they all have photographs. This is a collection of cake recipes, and when you click on the photo here, you'll see there's quite a few different photos for each individual recipe, and they're all cakes. Now in the past, again, if you upgraded and tried to import this into the latest version, you may have to import just the text of all your key recipe data here, all this information here, and then in order to import your photos, you had to do it separately. This new process will just automate it to where you just upgrade very easily from selecting your old database file, and it'll update everything. So what we're going to do is I just want to show you the sample of version 5.0 so you'll see when it's imported how it's going to look. So again, there's 25 recipes, they're all cakes, and they all have photographs. So I'm going to go ahead and quit out of version 5.0, and I'm going to launch the new version, version 6.1.1. Now, I just wanted to point out that I'm on a Mac for this particular demonstration. It will be the same process for Windows. It's just I wanted to create this video and show you step by step, and the video capabilities on the Mac are just a little easier to implement. So now that we've seen what version 5.0 looks like in our old database, we want to import that into this new version. Now you really have just one choice after downloading the new version. Do you want to delete all of these current recipes, the 1001 recipes that are included? Do you want to delete that and then have it just have your 25, let's say, of your own recipes, or just isolate it to your own collection? Or do you want to keep this current 1001 recipes? I've made the process very easy because I assume most people probably want to delete the 1001 recipes if they're upgrading, because they've already gone through and either saved all the recipes from the past and they don't want to duplicate it and go through the whole process again of weeding out duplicates. So when you select this new option, which is restore and upgrade from a previous database file, your first choice is actually an option that just says, would you like to delete all of the included recipes that you're before importing or restoring your collection? Again, I'm going to assume that most people would probably say yes, but just to err on the side of safety, I made it default to no. I'm going to go ahead and click yes. So what that's going to do is go ahead and delete every single recipe from the 1001 only. These are those sample recipes, not your current recipe information. So now, once you've done that, you will see that we're still on version 6.1.1, and essentially we have no recipes in the collection. It's a clean slate, and now we're primed and ready to go to import our previous recipe collection. You're now going to select your database file from your previous version. So this is going to be version 5.0 from the sample. I'll also show a sample of version 6.1, not 6.1.1, but just if you're upgrading from a fairly recent version 6.1. And you'll see that the note says be sure to select FileMaker Profiles, that option in the next window. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to select our previous database file. This is found in the Computer Cuisine Deluxe 5.0 folder. If you're on a Mac, it's going to be in your Applications folder. If you're on Windows, it'll probably be in your Program Files directory. And I'll just widen this out a little bit. And again, if you select this folder, you may see, hey, wait a minute, everything's dimmed. That's because it's set to show only tab-separated text files. You want to make sure that you set it to either FileMaker Profiles, so that you will see a selection you can choose, or you can set it to all available. It's a little bit more risky because you're now able to select certain files that aren't going to work when you're importing. So ideally, set it to FileMaker Profiles. On the Windows side of things, there might be some different verbiage right there. It might say FileMaker Type Files instead of FileMaker Profiles. Same concept. want to select the database file that ends in .ina, that's for Inaka, and that will be your previous database file. So in this case, it's just called Computer Cuisine Data, and that is for version 5.0. We're going to go ahead and select that, and we're going to select Open. When we do this on the Mac side of things, if you have your password, your registered code and account name already embedded in the Apple keychain, it will ask you if you want to allow to view this database file using your password that you have pre-saved. You want to select yes here, either select allow or always allow. Either one's fine. I'm going to go ahead and select always allow because I'm giving it permission to access that data. If you're on the Windows-based operating system, unfortunately Windows doesn't have a keychain system for saving passwords, so you are going to have to enter in your master password and account name for your version 5.0 to access that file. You'll enter it in right there, and then once you do, you'll see the exact same window. So if you notice now, we have 25 recipes. They've been imported into the latest version. We didn't do any typing, and you'll notice if you go in the list, every single recipe here has a photo, just like before. All recipe information is all formatted just like it should be. And if you click on photo, go ahead and scroll through this, you'll see all the photos have been imported automatically, no errors, no problems. And really that's a simple upgrade from version 5.0 to version 6.1.1. I can go ahead and do the exact same thing for version 6.1 to version 6.1.1 in case you're upgrading from that path. And it's really the exact same process. It's just you're going to select your database file in the folder for version 6.1. Let's go ahead and just do that just to be safe. Let me click off here and hide this. I have version 6.1 ready and running now. Again, this is version 6.1. This is, let's say, a version you downloaded just about a week ago, and it doesn't have this upgrade path option here, and you're like, you want to now upgrade to the latest version. You can see there's 18 recipes in this list. Very simple. Few have photos, and mostly it's just a collection of about 18 recipes, and this is just a sampling. This could be your recipe collection, which has 300, 450. It doesn't matter. It's just to show a sample. So I'm going to go ahead and click out of version 6.1. Just wanted to show you that there are 18 recipes from that version 6.1. Quit out of that. And we're going to jump back over to the latest version, 6.1.1. As you can see, we still have our cake recipes included. All cake recipes. We're going to go ahead and select Restore Upgrade from Previous Version. And again, you're going to be presented with the option of deleting all the recipes that are currently found in this collection. You can click yes or no. I'm going to go ahead and click yes again, so we start with that clean slate. And we're now going to select the database file for version 6.1. Go ahead and select that and find the folder in your Applications folder on the Mac. Find it for version 6.1. I highlighted it in red, and you will see that, again, because FileMaker Profiles is selected, you'll see the database file ends in .ina, and it is Computer Cuisine Deluxe. The icon will clearly show that it's the data file, and it's also able to be selected when you select FileMaker Profiles. Again, if you're on a Windows system, it's going to be in your Program Files directory, and you're going to select the 6.1 folder. Same thing. Go ahead and select that. Hit Open, and it will go through the process, and voila, we now have the 18 recipes from our other collection imported, ready to go. They're now into the latest version, and really going forward, it's going to be that easy to just go ahead and select Restore and upgrade from a previous database file. That new automated feature has been added for version 6.1.1, and I highly recommend that you use that. And again, I'm using samples of like 18 and 25 recipes. If you have a collection of thousands of recipes, it is going to take a long time, and it will take a long time based on the speed of your computer versus how many recipes you have versus how many photos, that sort of thing. So time will be of concern. If you have quite a few recipes, don't worry, you'll see a progress bar knowing that you're doing the right thing, and you just want to let it run its course, and it will import everything into your new collection. So that's it. Hopefully that helps, and if you have any questions, just feel free to post a message on the support forum. Thanks.